Welcome back to JT's Film Reviews. I saw Companion tonight, and holy Welcome back once again. I'm your host, JT Johnson, and like I said, my movie of the night was Companion. But before I get to that, I wanted to discuss some other things. There was a huge trailer drop this week of a lot of movies, and four of them in particular, I just kind of wanted to touch upon. The first one is The Rule of Jenny Penn. Now, this looks like to be a movie that stars John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush, that they are in a retirement home where Lithgow is terrorizing all the other residents. It looks like he's got this demented puppet on his hand that's like an old doll, plastic doll, and it looks really good. I mean, it's got John Lithgow. The moment he was in it, I was sold on the movie. Jeffrey Rush is just a cherry on top of that. So I'm really looking forward to The Rule of Jenny Penn. Next up, I saw the teaser trailer for Megan 2.0. This teaser was really just Megan doing her little dance number like she did in the first movie towards the camera. However, I do know that the plot now involves Allison Williams' Gemma returning because someone has stolen her AI technology and has created another robot that's evil. And so she must reprogram and reactivate Megan to fight the other robots. So it's going to have this thing, weird Terminator 2-esque change for Megan. Or will she really change? I'm curious about this movie. The first one is, I like it. It's absurd. It's basically child's play for the 21st century. I enjoyed the movie, so I'm looking forward to the sequel as well. Next up, there was Final Destination Bloodlines. This is the 6th installment in the Final Destination series, and the trailer was really just a scene from the movie. It wasn't really a teaser. It wasn't really a trailer, and so it doesn't give away too much about the plot. But if the plot is the same as what it was when they announced this movie, and the Bloodlines subtitle seems to suggest this, there were people who escaped death long enough to have children. Death has caught up to the parents, so now death is going to take out the children who should never have existed at all because their parents were supposed to have been dead already. I'm all for that. I can't wait for it. I'm a Final Destination fan, excluding the 4th movie. I've liked the other 5. The film will also contain one final performance from the late Tony Todd as Bloodworth. So I'm looking forward to that, to seeing him just one last time as Mr. Bloodworth. And then finally, Fantastic Four, First Steps. We got the teaser trailer for the new Fantastic Four movie, and I dug it. I dig this alternate 60s universe it's set in. It actually was a good teaser. It gave us a little bit about the story, Galactus. And we got to see the Thing up close and in detail, and he looks pretty good. And so it looks to be on track to finally being the Fantastic Four film I've always wanted. The the first two films, the first one was fine. I did not care for the second one. And then there was that terrible 2015 reboot that was just god awful. So hopefully Fantastic Four First Steps will be the movie we've been looking for Marvel's first family. That said, the only other thing that really happened since I last recorded is the Oscars were announced, and I don't really care. I didn't recognize half the movies, and now the movie that got the most nominations, the star has gotten in trouble for past tweets. The tweets have been deleted. She has apologized. It's just been a lot of drama around the movies that were nominated. But that said, to all those who work hard on these movies, I say congratulations. Maybe I'll watch some of your films now that I know they even exist, because some of these went so far under my radar I didn't even know until they were announced as nominees that they existed. I was glad that The Substance, a horror film I have yet to see, but I've heard great things about, got some Oscar love. Horror genre usually does not get the respect it really deserves. That said, I think we're ready to focus on the film of the hour, and that is Companion. And I first heard of this movie in January. That was when I first saw a trailer for it, just last month. And that's when I learned of its existence. And I am glad I caught that trailer, because this is truly the first great film of 2025. I was totally blown away by this movie. And it shocked me, because usually February, January, March, you're digging for hidden hits or sleeper hits. And sometimes you can find a little gem here and there. This year, I feel like I struck gold in February. This movie stars Jack Quaid as Josh and Sophie Thatcher as Iris. They are a couple that go to a lakeside retreat to spend the weekend with some friends. And once there, an incident happens in which it's then revealed that Iris is a companion robot. She's built to service all of Josh's needs. They soon learn that she may be a bigger threat to them than they initially thought. And I don't want to say too much more of the story beyond that. That kind of sets everything up for you. There's twists and turns all over this movie, all well earned, all well executed. The movie itself is a blend of sci-fi, thriller, dark comedy, horror, and so it all mixes very well together. I didn't have any issues really with any part of this movie. The performances are fantastic. Jack Quaid, he can be the nicest person in the world. He could be the meanest person in the world. He is really proving, he's already proved, but he's continuing to prove how great an actor he is. Sophie Thatcher, I hope we see more of her as well. She was great as Iris. And then there's the supporting team, which our supporting actors, which includes Lucas Gage, Megan Surrey, and Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows. They all help add to the horror, the thriller, the dark comedy aspects of the movie, and they give fantastic performances as well. I asked my friend that went to go see the movie with me, I need your help, because I've always been told that when you're critically thinking about something, if you really love it, try to find one thing you may not like about the movie. And vice versa. If you don't like a movie, try to find something you like about it. This movie, we couldn't think of anything. And if we remotely could think of anything, it would be nitpicking at this point. The movie is just, for what it is, for the purposes it's trying to serve. It has themes. You could probably take a stab that the themes are about control, domestic abuse, trauma, and of course toxic masculinity. But all of it works extremely well together. I was totally shocked that this is the second movie of 2025, and I am giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I don't have any reason to give it anything less. It follows its genres very well. The performances are great. Just a recap here. And it's very well told. It's from writer-director Drew Hancock. And I don't know if he's done anything else. I couldn't see anything else from Hancock, but I hope we see more from him. Drew Hancock is a name that I think we need to pay attention to, because there's a new player on the board, so to speak. He's done a fantastic job with this movie. And again, 5 out of 5 stars. That wraps up this review. I can't say much more than that. I don't want to say too much more to spoil anything else, because like I said, this movie has twists and turns. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm not sure what my next film is that I'm going to watch. I do have a retro review in mind that I will try to release by Thursday. But until then, go see this movie if you can. It's fantastic. First great film of 2025. Until then, I'll see you at the movies.